Hey everyone, Jordan here from ThatCarLife, and we are back with another video. Today, we are going to be working on the Lancer, but before we do that, and before we get into the Lancer, I need to tell you what happened to the Lancer just a couple days ago. It's an FDRX7. That's sick. And bear with me with the rain, guys. I'm really sorry if it's making noise on the carport or something like that. Yeah, it's just every time I want to film on a weekend, Sylvia's going off. Every time I want to film on a weekend, it always decides to rain, but yeah, I've moved the Lancer as close to this side as we can just to make sure, you know, we can keep it dry and we can work on it. And yeah, Sylvia unfortunately is sitting on the street for now, but she's getting a little wash, you know, because she's definitely needs a bit of a wash. So Sylvia's gonna sit pretty there for a while. All right, guys, so this is the story. This is what happened to me. So it's like 11 something at night, late at night, on like a Wednesday night, middle of the week, you know. So I'm driving home, just dropped off ThatCarLife support, and I'm sitting at a set of lights in the daily Lancer, just sitting at a set of lights, you know. I'm just listening to the sound system, you know, subs going off, whatever, having a good time, just sitting there at the lights. Anyway, a car coming on the other side of the road, it's like a red pay plate or green pay plate and like a little red Corolla. They're driving past me and I saw them at the lights, you know, before they turned, and I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, whatever, just a random car. Anyway, as they're driving past me, I'm just sitting in the car and all I hear is bang, 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 like all this shit hitting my car. I was like, what the hell was that? And then I look at the Lancer, and I'll put some photos up here of what actually happened, and they egged the Lancer, and it turns out they didn't even just throw eggs, guys, they threw rocks as well, because it's actually been damaged here. So that's part of the primer paint there is gone, and down here as well. And I found rocks in the car after as well. So on top of the eggs, they threw rocks as well, which is just crazy. But keep in mind, at the time, I didn't know they were eggs or rocks or whatever. I just thought, I honestly, my first impression, I thought they threw Maccas or something, because for some reason I could smell Maccas. So I'm like, why the fuck they throw Maccas or food at my car? Like, I thought they threw a drink or something. Anyway, so I do a U-turn and I try and chase them down just so I can get the number plate. All right, so I'm just chasing them down, I'm gunning it, trying to find them. I end up losing them. I can't see where they went because there was a car in front of me and they were going really slow, and by the time they turned off, they were out of sight. So I end up getting down to the end of this hill. There's a red light there and I think they're not here. I'm just gonna go home. You know, I can't get their plate. Anyway, so I do a U-turn in the Lancer. I do a U-turn, and coming around the corner, guess who it is? It's these guys in the Corolla again, and I'm coming, you know, ahead this way, and all I'm thinking of is late at night as well. I'm thinking like, is that them? Like, I can't tell. Like, is that them? And as I was thinking that, guys, even more eggs and rocks, bam, 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 all over the car. And to make it even worse, guys, my window was open, so I'll show you what happened inside there anyway. So yeah, guys, so when I turned around, they were just stopped at the red light, and they obviously heard the Lancer coming. They heard the pod filter, the exhaust. They just hear and see this little shitbox going, bah, 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 bah. You know, really pissed off coming after them. So they run the red light and start gunning it. I went after them, and I'm telling you guys, I was doing like 150 and I was struggling to catch up, like to keep up. Like, they're straight up flying through intersections, going through red lights, doing over 150 this whole time. And it got to the point where I'm like, it's too dangerous. Like, I don't want to risk running a red light to go after them and hitting someone, or like getting in an accident. So it was too dangerous, and I was like, I got to call it off. So I didn't unfortunately get the number plate, because if we did, obviously that would have been great. But yeah, I'll show you guys the aftermath. So yeah, I get home, and then when I got home, that was when I actually realized, oh crap, like, it's eggs and shit. Like, I didn't even know. So I'll put photos up now, so you'll see exactly what it looked like. It was just disgusting, you know, broken eggs all over the place, all over the car. And then inside the car, because my window was open, I think they got about 3 or 4 eggs inside the car. So I'm just gonna put the seat forward here, show you guys. Yep, so they actually got eggs. I'll put photos up as well on the back seat. A little bit got up on the headliner, which is kind of stained. They also got some on the floor, back here as well. Like, I still got to clean it a bit better. There's still a little bit of egg there. There's still like little stains and stuff, which I haven't properly cleaned out yet. And it got like in the door jamb. I got most of it out, but I still got to get more out. But guys, the car stinks. It stinks like eggs, and like, I literally do not want to drive it. Like, I've got a little bubblegum air freshener in there, and still all I can smell is bubblegum and egg. Like, it's disgusting. So yeah, I really bad. I've really got to go through the car again and just clean it out properly, and, you know, get the smell out and whatever egg residue is left. But yeah, God, I can't believe that happened. But literally, guys, I really don't understand, like, who can just go to a complete stranger, and throw eggs and rocks and all that kind of stuff at their car, like just for no reason whatsoever. Like I was just minding my own business, and you know, I had to spend a late night on a work night, you know, cleaning up the car, and still they've damaged it. I've got to fix it and all that stuff. And it's like, there's just some really disgusting people out there, and honestly, I feel sorry for them. It's just a shame that there's such disgusting people out there. But yeah, guys, that happened. So bit of a shit go. Anyway, guys, so let's forget about that story. For now, we're going to talk about what we're going to do to the Lancer today. So I am finally going to start the respray process on the Lancer. It's been delayed since like October last year. It's been a really long time. It's been in primer for so long, and I'm finally going to start getting the car ready for some color. All right, guys, so here's the plan. All right, so to get the car ready for color, the primer and the body needs a bit of work still. So first things first, I've got to clean up the body, because as you can see, it's pretty dirty still. I've got to make sure the primer is spotless, and I do need to re-sand and go over a few areas that weren't perfect. Like as you can see up here, you know, not really the best job, pretty dry there. Obviously I've got to sand back and refix this, and a few other little areas around the whole entire car that, yeah, have to be re-sanded and gone through, which is not too difficult. It's gonna be pretty quick just to, yeah, re-sand and go over it. But the roof is going to be the hardest part. So on the roof, guys, you can't really see now because it's a bit wet, but the rust has actually started to come back a little bit. I'll have to show you guys, you know, after I dry it off, but I don't know if you can tell, but you might be able to see there, the rust has come back in a few spots where there wasn't bog. I think obviously it was just primer. There was no clear coat protecting it. So yeah, it was pretty standard that there was a big chance it would come back. So it's only come back in a few little spots. So main plan is I've just got to, I just want to sand it back, re-rust convert it, paint it, clear coat, and that should do the job, and yeah, prevent any of that from coming back. And I also need to flatten out the bog and make sure the bog is flat. And once that's all done, guys, car's going to be fully ready for color, and it's going to be awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start cleaning the car using some wax and grease remover, and just, yeah, cleaning off whatever I can. And I think I'm going to make a start on fixing, you know, where the eggs damaged the car. So, you know, I'm going to get some tools and stuff, and I'll be back. All right, guys, so I'm just starting off by sanding and fixing. I've got some spare primer, so I just want to fix where they damaged it with those rocks. So just sanding this back to make it flat, and then I'm just going to re-primer it. All right, guys, so I just sanded this down really hard, and yeah, so this bit here, which was a little rough little, you know, implementation they made, fully smooth. So what I've done, I just wiped it down, and I've got some primer here ready, and yeah, I'm gonna re-patch this up and yeah, see how it looks. You can honestly see the difference in the primer color. So yeah, this primer's been on the car for like what, 5-6 months or something like that, and as you can see, the fresh layer of primer, it just looks completely different. Like yeah, definitely the primer has like faded over time, because yeah, you can see that this is just completely different here. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna let this part of the car dry. So yeah, sanded it back and re-primered it. So yeah, it's looking really good, and that part of the damage is gone. So yeah, just gonna let that obviously, yeah, re-dry, and then I'm gonna start, yeah, finishing the sanding on this, and yeah, fixing this area. All right, guys, so this is fully sanded. Let's paint it. We'll just let that dry, and we'll go over it one more time. All right, guys, so what I've done, I've completely fixed the damage that those stupid rocks and eggs did on the sides. So as you can see, still drying, but yeah, it's been pretty much fully primered, sanded back and primered. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. I think I got a little bit of a run there, which I've got to fix up, but yeah, overall the door came out pretty much perfect. You can't even tell that there was any damage there. And yeah, not too bad. So yeah, that's step number one. All right, guys, so what I want to do next is I want to suss out the rust on the roof. So now it is looking like it's rusting through the bog, which doesn't make sense. Like, I did not think it could rust through bog, and you guys can probably comment down below, but like, I don't think it's possible to rust through bog. But as you can see, this is the patch here you can clearly see is bogged. And this here is literally rust, like forming through the bog, which doesn't make sense. But what I'm gonna do to investigate is, and we'll fix it, I'm gonna sand it down and just see what it looks like under there. Alright guys, so I've just been sanding the roof for a little bit, and yeah, as you can see, you can actually see the body filler again. I got most of the rust off on this side here, just kept sanding it. But yeah, as you can see, it actually was over here, where this bare metal part is here, it actually was rusting again. So from what it looks like, everywhere where there's not bog, it was rusting. So there was a little rust patch there, there was little rust patches here. So yeah, everywhere where there isn't bog, it was just coming back. So what I've got to do, I've got to yeah, obviously rust convert again all of these little areas where it was rusting, where it wasn't bog. And yeah, I've just got to keep sanding like all down here. But yeah, that's the progress. All right guys, so I'm gonna leave the roof here for today. I'm just gonna spray some primer over these bare metal areas, just in case it's a couple days before I work on it again. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly spray some primer over these areas, and then yeah, we'll probably leave it there. All right guys, so yeah, just sprayed a bit of primer, which is drying, just over those bare metal parts. So yeah, so the next day that we're working on the Lancer, on the next video that we're working on the Lancer, the plan is I'm probably gonna have to use the electric sander. I was just doing it by hand today because obviously the wet weather. But yeah, when it's a better day, I've got to use that electric sander and really go hard on the roof, and yeah, flatten out these body filler lines and make it flush, and obviously yeah, rust convert the where the rusted areas were. And then after that, it's just a matter of yeah, re-primering the roof and just fixing up the rest of the car, the rest of the body, and all the little areas where it needs it. And then after that, we can finally paint it. But yeah, at least we made a start on the roof anyway. Made a little bit of progress. And we'll have a look on the other side of the repair we did earlier. All right, Matt, and having a look at the repair we did earlier, yeah, it's perfect, fully dried up. And yeah, it's actually, I think I said before, the primer looks different. I think it was just wet, so obviously it looked different. I'm not that smart. But yeah, now it's fully, yeah, blended in with the car. And yeah, you literally can't even tell that there was the damage there. So yeah, that's fully taken care of. So yeah, in the next video of the Lancer, we're gonna obviously, yeah, keep working on the roof, getting that sorted. And yeah, just get the whole entire body ready for paint. And I can't wait to paint this thing, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to reveal what color I'm doing, because I literally can't wait. It's gonna look so good. And yeah, just can't wait to paint it. It's been like months overdue. All right guys, so I really hope you enjoyed that video on the Lancer. Finally making a little bit of progress on this thing and getting started on the race spray progress. So yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed. And if you're really keen to see some more, you know, Lancer race spray content and really want to see this thing get done, let me know down below if you're excited. And don't worry guys, Sylvia's going to get some work done to it very soon. So yeah, it's sitting pretty over there, but as I've been hinting for the past couple months, it's going to look even prettier very soon. So just bear with me. I know I've been saying very soon. I'm just getting quotes for a few places for the work that I want to get done, and when I find the right place, yeah, Sylvia's going to look insane. All right guys, so I'll leave the video here. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that for more, and I'll see you guys next time on That Car Life.